This is not a paid review, and the gear has already been sent back to the brands from where it came.
Normally when I'm given the opportunity to review a lens that I'm not looking for on a lens mount that I don't even use, typically the answer is, "Hi, thanks for the email. I appreciate the opportunity, but unfortunately this doesn't make sense for me and my channel. Hopefully we can find something to collaborate on in the future." But then I thought, I'm flying to Sydney for a Fuji launch event for a product that this could pair perfectly with. And thankfully there's still plenty of people who like to travel with a camera over a phone, and the Fuji system now more than ever is becoming super popular. So I took the challenge to find out, is this the perfect lens for the everyman? So I borrowed the lens from Tamron and borrowed 2 cameras from Fuji. So this video is not for me. This is a review of sorts for the everyman. It's a review for the people. So without any further ado, I present the Tamron 11-20 f2.8 for Fuji X mount. Okay, boring stuff. The Tamron 11-20 features 12 elements in 10 groups with a 67mm diameter for screw and filters. It comes with a flower-shaped hood and it weighs in at a grip. Oh, a puppy. This lens is not perfect, but respectfully, no consumer lens at this price point will be. Come here. But it might just be perfect for you. Are you a Gen Z content creator vlogging and making bank off the poor attention span of the common man? Well, think of this as your 0.5 to your 2 times lens, but you're putting it on a camera with a much bigger sensor. So the image quality will be absolutely fire, and thanks to the f2.8 aperture, the low light performance and the background blur will be skibbity sick. I hate myself for saying skibbity out loud. Or are you a boomer who's just sold their 3rd investment property for a huge profit and now you're traveling the world with your family? Think of this lens as wide to really wide. Family photos, it'll work. Random travel pics, you know it. And the selfies, you betcha. If you're in between the two and you don't use emojis in verbal sentences and you have a mortgage that's swallowing you whole, then this lens is both affordable and fantastic for documenting your family's life. You know, the home renos and the impromptu family walks that you just don't want to forget. This lens covers pretty much everything that the common man may want, other than sports and wildlife. You know, things where big zoom lenses are pretty crucial. Does it have chromatic aberrations? Sure, but what lens at this price point doesn't? Does the customer who's buying this care or even know what that is? No, and probably not. Will they leave this lens glued to the camera while they're making their TikToks or they're jet setting around the world? Almost definitely. And when Boomer Darren is done with his bougie holiday and he wants to try his luck at some astrophotography, will he be satisfied? Almost certainly. This video was to show you that no matter what gear you have, you can get some really great results. As long as you kind of know what you're doing, you know how to compose and expose and then show a little bit of love in the edit, put a little bit of that sauce on, you'll get some results you're absolutely pumped with. I wanted to review this in kind of a show not tell sort of way, but taking my professional hat off for a minute, I think this focal range suits a multitude of different shooting scenarios. It's weather sealed, it's only 335 grams, which considering the focal range is actually quite light. And speaking of light, it lets a lot of light hit my sensor, and on top of that, it's relatively affordable. But putting that hat back on, its plasticky construction leaves me wanting more. And that opinion is largely from my experience with other Tamron lenses. But that opinion from me is mainly due to the fact of I know how hard I can be on my gear long term. And for me, the plastic design is a little less than desirable. But for the price, you can get some results that most people will be absolutely pumped on. So would I personally buy one? No. But remember what I said at the start, because this lens isn't a lens for me at all. This is for the everyman. Tamron didn't have people like me in mind when they were designing this lens. They had, well, people like you. Because if you're still watching at this point in the video, you are probably their prime demographic. You're excited and eager to learn, and you value taking photos on a camera over a phone. And you're probably considering this as one of your first or second lenses to branch out from the kit lens that came with your camera. And most of all, regardless of if my tuned profile has been correct, you're a keen enthusiast interested in making high quality memories for an affordable price. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money, because at the end of the day, you know your financials better than anyone else. But it's affordable, versatile, and fast, and it's also reasonably light considering its focal range. And with that, I'll leave you to make up your own mind, because I'm out of here. Go listen to Guided Tour by Hi-Viz, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Look, back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed.